Good morning, everyone. It's LaRonda here from Just Tell Others Through Crafting and Journaling. It's been a morning already for me. I don't know about you, but anyway, I started video, and let me tell you, got interrupted by a phone call, and of course, it stopped the video. I had to learn what it was about, going through notifications, hitting the do not disturb thing, and just trying to keep from interruptions. But anyway, that got fixed, so here we are, finally getting it done. I almost feel like a weather gal at this time, reporting on what the weather's like down here in South Mississippi. But for now, it is sunny, so it's really great. But you know what? We have less humidity, and that's a blessing. Yesterday afternoon, we did experience a few thunder showers. Our storms brought some showers, which helped to water our lawns. And let me tell you, the farmers are probably so thankful for it as well, because they're trying to produce some crops and things like that. But anyway, we're going to get on with the video. And if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up, share the video, and by all means, please subscribe to my channel, because I'm just learning. I'm really trying to grow. But anyway, it will work out. It will work out. But what I wanted to do was to follow up on how I use the page edges that I showed you on the previous video, where we took just fabric strips and glued them instead of sewing them. And let me mention also, today is the 30th of May. And as I just mentioned the other day, this month has flown by and it's almost over. But anyway, yes, on the previous video, we made some fabric ruffles by using glue, not sewing. And there's nothing wrong with sewing, nothing at all. They make beautiful ruffles as well, but I just decided not to pull out the sewing machine, and I've not yet sewn on paper. Not that this is paper by no means, but it is the fabric, and I was able to take the cardstock and use it as a base and just glue it to the ruffle or the fabric as I gathered up the ruffles. But let me show you what I meant by the way I used one on a journal, and I forgot I had this journal. And let's see, let's make sure we're in frame. We did. Okay, but I used this fabric ruffle that had been glued, not sewn, but it glued at the bottom of my journal cover. I've yet to decorate it, to emphasize it even greater, but I thought it was so fitting. It almost looked old-timey, as you might say, but it went well with that. But I will put that to the side for now and show you this journal, which I think it was on the first video I did. I did show you this journal of how I, use pages like, or the ruffled edges, fabric edges. But I always put a prayer closet door in my journals. They do open, and it has the Pray Without Ceasing scripture on it. But flipping over, I wanted to show you, I just took and used some of the ruffle that I had done. Just simply cut off what I needed and glued it to the page. But it's really helpful because that way you can pick up on the fabric instead of using the corners of the book. And I've used just various laces or fabric edges. Here's another ruffled edge that I used, and it does help whenever turning the pages like that. Look at that gingham, and that's one of the ones that I actually distress that way more than I normally do, but I just thought it looked like it would go with this because just the paper, the tea-dyed paper, the image, things like that. Let me get on over. I wanted to show you how. There's another one that I use. Again, simply just by gluing it to the end of the page. It's so helpful. But I did use, let's see, that's a fabric page where you can actually write on the image or the paper, and then you can, it's almost like a privacy screen, you might say. Here's another one, ruffle, a shorter one. And I put a little piece of lace on it, just glued that on top of it. This is what I wanted to show you. I made a pocket and it helps to separate the pages. Helps to do that. And I attempted to make my own little design, but I'm not quite happy with that one. But again, it's a pocket. Just another little brief way of a simple way of using to help decorate a page. It may be blank, but you want to add a little something to it. There, I went ahead and did it at the bottom. A very narrow one. Very narrow one. This is just a piece that I had cut off. But that just helps, you know, with the picking up of the pages and everything. But I will show you a few that I went ahead and pulled out again for you to see. Now this was actually taken from a spool, and it's a ribbon. As you can see, it's finished on both sides. But you can take any fabric and just, you know, to your liking and however wide you want it. But I always, you know, attach it to a piece of cardstock. That way, it's easily glued to the edge of a page. That way, you can use up your fabric scraps, things like that. But I also wanted to share, and this is going to be another one of the short videos, wanted to share with you a devotional. Let's see, this is going to be, yeah, I'm in frame. This is His Princess Love Letters from Your King. Sherry Rose Shepherd was on Focus on the Family many years ago, and her testimony was so great. She has since passed away, but she has many of these little books, and you can see the size of the book. It's not very big, but I call these one-pagers because you can just pick a book up and just randomly flip to any page and read. But my princess, you are free to love. I have set you free to love others, so don't let people who have caused you pain paralyze you from experiencing the joys of love. I know there is always a risk when you give a piece of your heart away, but I've created you to enjoy the gift of special friendships. And you can read the rest. And it always ends with love, your king, who is love. But most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other, for love covers a multitude of sins. And that's from 1 Peter. There again, these books are, I think she has 3 or 4 in a series, but they're very pretty. I think I have all of them as well. I received them as gifts. But like I said, just one-pagers. You can just, you can randomly turn to a page, and has very beautiful your king and your fearless leader. Whew. Does that not say, okay, gals? Actually, I think he wrote one for men. Or actually, Sherry did. She wrote one. Her son was real young, but wrote one for young men as well. But look at that. Your king and your healer. Look at this. It's almost like he speaks directly to you. But those are very pretty. And anytime you want a gift, you need a gift, that's a great gift to use. If you can find them at not gift stores, but at thrift stores, pick them up. By all means, pick them up. But also, I wanted to remind you of May being Awareness Month for various illnesses, such as mental health. Although the month of May is almost over, I want to once again remind everyone that many illnesses are designated for recognition during this month. One, which is mental health. Please keep those with illnesses such as mental health, lupus, fibromyalgia, and all the others in mind and prayer. Let me emphasize, just because the month of May is coming to an end doesn't mean that the illness is. So give some thought to that and think of others who are not as lucky as some of the others. But thank you for watching, and we'll have more videos in the future. Thank you again.